Big game breakdown here on SportsBet. Let's get right into it. The Cavs and the 76ers tonight. A little bit of money for Philly in early betting action. Cleveland down to -3. They were 3.5 at the opener. Total 220, 2.5, 223 at most locations. So far, the season series have been all Cavs. 2-0 straight up, 2-0 against the spread against Philadelphia. But honestly, we look at results that are relevant. We look at results that aren't so relevant. Neither one of those games have particularly relevant results, especially when we talk about Cleveland right now, because the Cavs have a completely different roster than they did just a few weeks ago. So there was a lot of love for Cleveland initially after the flurry of trading deadline deals. We say, all right, what's going on since the All-Star break? Well, 2-2 straight up, 1-3 against the spread. The only cover coming against the Memphis Grizzlies, the hapless right now Memphis Grizzlies. Against winning teams, Cleveland, since the All-Star break, 0-2 straight up, 0-2 against the spread. They've lost ATS by 31.5 points in those two ball games. On Tuesday night, they're playing Brooklyn, and I know that they've been really bad double-digit favorites all year. They trailed against the Nets in the fourth quarter with 1:10 left before a 9-4 closing stretch. They allowed 53.7% shooting. They allowed at least 29 points in every quarter. Is there time to build a defensive chemistry? I mean, there aren't a lot of guys that are certain they're rolled right now. You have LeBron, who's confident in what he's supposed to do. You have George Hill, confident in what he's supposed to do at the point. And then against Brooklyn, 7 other players played between 17 minutes and 30 minutes. Fourth quarter, crunch time. Cavs trailing. Who's on the floor? George Hill, Jordan Clarkson, Rodney Hood, Larry Nance, along with James. 4 of those 5 guys weren't on the team 3 weeks ago. This isn't a team I'm comfortable laying points with. And against the Nets, they were gambling. They had all 5 positions switching because this team doesn't have a true rim protector. They really don't. So what Tyronn Lue was trying to do on defense, he's trying to switch off the picks. Switching requires chemistry. Every player needs an understanding of the others to know the spacing and timing. It's not there for Cleveland right now, flat out, Tyronn Lue. I thought our energy and effort was there. They got behind us on the roll a few times. We just got to clean it up and continue to keep working on it. Of course, the Nets averaged 116.9 points per possession on Tuesday and shot just shy of 54% from the floor. LeBron's been a monster. LeBron, 30 points, 13.5 rebounds, 9.5 assists in the 2 wins over the Sixers this season. In February, he did something he'd never done in his career before. He averaged a triple-double for the month. 27 points, 10.5 boards, 10.5 assists. That's the first time in his career LeBron has ever done it. We know that he's at the top of his game. The question is, are his teammates capable of laying points? And I've got my concerns about that. I really do. I will not be laying with Cleveland tonight. It's Philly or pass for me. Sixers don't have a problem with defense. I mean, when their key cogs are on the floor, the starting 5 has allowed 97.2 points per 100 possession. That would be the best of any full team in the NBA. The process hasn't created enough depth. It really hasn't. Right now for Philly, Joel Embiid is the key. And you look at the numbers this season with Embiid on and off the floor. Look at the offensive numbers. More than 9-point differential. Look at the defensive numbers. What do we got? A 6.5-point differential. Look at the net. Plus 10.1 with Embiid on, minus 5.7 with them off. Those are staggering numbers. Then we look at one more graphic. Look what happened in Tuesday's loss to Miami. Again, a tight game, fourth quarter. Heat made the plays down the stretch to win. Embiid, he played 30 minutes. With him on the floor, Sixers were the better team. With him off the floor, the Sixers were not the better team. Of course, Philly has been struggling on the highway of late, big time. 1-6 straight up, 0-6-1 against the spread their last 7. The only straight up win coming by a single point on a buzzer beater in Chicago. Not like Philly has played their best basketball away from home of late, although Sixers probably looking at this game as a little bit of a statement game, especially after getting slapped around by Cleveland in the first 2 meetings. I could only look at the Philadelphia side of the equation in this one from the side, but frankly, I looked at it, not all that interested. Slightly lean towards the over as well, given Cleveland's defensive struggles. More big game breakdown coming up next, right here on SportsBet. Stay tuned. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.